flagship is the Lollipop.
It's great to see you, Andrew.
You too, James. How's it been?
It's been okay. I've been watching a bit of Star Trek.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, me too. I've just watched The Arsenal of Freedom.
Really?
Yeah.
You watched The Arsenal of Freedom. That is exactly what I have been watching.
Get out of here. Get out of town. Right now, get in your car.
Get out of Minos.
And get out of Minos. Exactly. And go back to the neutral zone.
I thought it was an excellent episode.
It was very fun. It was fun. There's a lot of dodgy bits in it.
How bad is it?
That was just to do with the bad recording, I think. It was
you mean the effects?
Not so much the effects, but like, so as an example, there's one bit where there's Data, Riker, and Tasha on the planet, and they're all shooting at the same time.
Yeah.
And when the camera's looking at them, they're all shooting in a straight line towards the thingy.
The weapon.
The weapon, yeah. But then when the camera looks at the weapon, suddenly the phaser lines are all like crossed over. It's like, what? So
there was another thing, actually, you made me remember, was near the end of the episode, there's a graphic where they see the three crew members.
Okay. Yeah.
And then the weapon's meant to be is like going around them.
Yeah.
But you see how fast that weapon was moving around the triangles.
That's true.
It's not moving around that quickly.
No.
Anyway, so the reason why they're to go to this planet is because one of the starships are missing, the USS Drake.
Oh, yes.
The old
Drake.
Of course, my ship is a Drake.
Yeah, Captain Rice, the captain of that one.
Oh, yeah. And we see him. Well, we don't see him, but we see a representation of him.
That's true, yeah. So they want to find out what the mystery is, why all life on this planet has disappeared.
Yes.
I think, even Yar said, like, in every war there's normally, or any disaster, there should be survivors.
Mm.
But there isn't.
Mm-hmm.
So we get a bit of backstory about Captain Rice, about him going to academy with him, and he was offered the command of the Drake, which Riker decided not to take it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If I was in that position, what would I rather do? Have a command of a ship, or be number one on like the flagship? The flagship.
Exactly. I don't know. I mean, I think I probably would want to be.
Can't blame Riker for making that decision.
So they get hailed by AI from this planet, which is like a recorded message. When he was on the screen, like the music and the company in the background had like a didgeridoo sound effect, like a hollow sound effect. I thought it was quite cool.
Oh, nice.
Something has scanned our language banks and is hailing us.
On main viewer.
Whoever you are, wherever you're from, greetings. Welcome to Minos, the Arsenal of Freedom.
I like how Picard gets frustrated and fed up with the salesman pitch.
Yeah, and cuts it off.
Yeah. That's like me with YouTube ads.
Yeah.
Oh, go away.
Yeah, I know, but some of them you have to wait 30 seconds.
Go make a cup of tea.
Yeah. And now Amazon got no choice.
Yeah.
But not advertising. So they beam down because that's the safest thing to do. So Riker, Data, and Yar. And I don't know if this is an important fact, but apparently there's some titanium that's melted on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Apparently it's quite difficult to do that. They don't have any technology that can do this kind of damage. That's what Yar says. So this lets us know that these weapons are sophisticated. And they uncover a weapon. And then I think one of the ensigns direct Riker's some energy readout.
Okay.
And bumps into Captain Drake.
Yeah.
It's quite a comical.
It is. I love that conversation. Like, what's your crew compliment? And he starts asking questions. And then Riker just says, 10, 6.
Yeah, well, I thought the best bit was like, what's the name of your ship? The USS Lollipop.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very good ship. I've never heard of it. Yeah, it's just been commissioned.
Yeah.
But he looked, even though he's a captain, like if that's what he looked quite dodgy anyway.
Yeah, just when he's standing there, like,
the way he
hi,
looked.
Riker.
Yeah, he just seemed someone you can't trust.
Yeah.
Tell me about your ship, Riker. It's the Enterprise, isn't it?
No, the name of my ship is the Lollipop.
I have no knowledge of that ship.
It's just been commissioned. It's a good ship.
But then obviously we see that he changes into some machine hovering above them and encases Riker in some kind of energy field. Riker always gets bad deal most times, doesn't he?
Does he?
Well, he does later on, doesn't he? Like,
Oh, okay.
well, in the next episode he does, and even the episode after that. He's like electrocuted in the next episode, doesn't he?
And Worf keeps getting beaten up.
Yeah, that's true. Both of them. That's probably why they're friends. They're quite close. So they kind of relate to each other.
They have this little counselling session.
Yeah.
Over poker.
Yeah, Council Troy is not invited. You are not invited.
Who have you been beaten up by today, Wolf? Ensign Lynch.
So because Riker got encased, Picard and Crusher beat him down, and we see Geordi in command.
Yeah, which is so stupid because...
What, Geordi?
No, Picard and Crusher beam him down because they can't beam the other three up, can they?
Well, they can't beam Riker up. They can beam...
Yeah, so why on earth is Captain going down?
It's because it's the plot and story require it to be the case.
It's ridiculous. It's almost as ridiculous as the black A4 bits of paper and card you stick around the bridge. And now I have that pointed
You're looking
out.
at them now.
Every episode I see it now. I was like, look, there it is. There it is again.
Yeah. It's more obvious the first two seasons.
Because obviously that's always been there. No one's really noticed it. When Star Trek first aired in the 80s, was there anyone who actually noticed it at all?
I don't know. That's a good question to ask. We're talking about on the back 5 console.
Yeah. Yeah, when they put the black paper to stop the reflection of the light.
Yeah. Did you get this from the Red Letter Media?
Yes. Yeah.
Because
obviously, late 80s was pre-internet, so you can't just share online, oh, watch this episode and blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
I think also, when these were being aired, the definition wouldn't be as strong as you get it today. Because let's not forget, the episodes we're watching are the remastered version.
Right,
so you're getting the crisper quality.
Okay, yeah. Back in the 80s.
They used to do it on video.
Yeah, because the quality is a lot less.
Yeah, the idea was to not see the reflection of any of the camera or lighting equipment, etc. Some of the close-ups, you can see screws onto the panels that they're working on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wow. Like when sometimes you can see them touching the panels, like where data sits. But when you see the bridge in Picard, it looks really good, and how they light it up is really cool as well. Things like lighting up individually.
So Captain and Crusher beamed down.
Yeah, which was a great idea.
Because we need some plot development with them too.
Yeah, and obviously we want to see Geordi in command. Wait a minute, have we seen him in command before? Am I forgetting?
We have, yeah. When there's a plague on the ship.
Oh, okay, that's right. And Worf has that massive sneeze. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I can't remember what the episode is though.
That memorable episode.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah. So they beam down and a second weapon appears, which has been predicted by Data.
I find it interesting and almost comical when Data's trying to release Riker from the force field using his phaser.
Yeah.
He's standing at like point blank range.
Yeah. He said it's risky as well, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't know, in my mind you'd step like a metre back or something. It's a bit odd.
So the second weapon anticipates weapons fire. Data and Yarf have to fire at it. Picard and Crusher seem to just run off while they destroy the second weapon. This is where the plot gets a bit far-fetched for my liking.
Okay.
So they fall down this hole.
Yeah.
I don't know how big this planet is, but it's a massive... I'm assuming a planet is normally quite big.
They normally are, James.
Yeah.
Usually.
I'm just you know, benefit of the doubt. It's quite a large planet, right? They fall down this hole.
Yeah.
And this hole happens to be the place where this program runs, which communicated to them earlier, which we find out later on.
Yeah.
It's a bit
of coincidence.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they fell down a hole. I think the reason obviously is let's beam Picard and Crusher down so they can have some kind of dialogue. You know, she's injured.
Develop their relationship a bit.
Yeah, exactly. Which obviously, this is probably as far as it goes in season 1, really, isn't it? Their relationship, which I thought was nice to see, but they don't really. I think just the whole of Next Generation, I don't think it's developed that well. Their relationship kind of like it's on and off, isn't it?
Yeah, I liked it like that because, I mean, nowadays everything just turns into a soap. So many programs now, the first few episodes are all about setting up the characters and everything, and by end of season 1 or start of season 2, suddenly people are starting developing relationships, and I know that's just a natural progression in life anyway. I just get annoyed. I'm like, if I wanted to watch a soap, I'd have watched a soap. I'm not watching this so I can watch relationships. So I like their relationship because
they're trying to keep it professional.
Yeah, you can sense they do actually like each other, but because of their role, they keep it separate. And I think it's better like that. I think it worked out well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I really like that episode. I don't know if you remember the other one later on, I think it's called Attached, when they have these implants in the back of their neck.
They can hear each other's thoughts.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, vaguely.
I thought that was quite a good one because they got to really face their feelings without able to escape them. Obviously, Crusher was injured. Communications are cut out conveniently at that particular point as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And then we go back to the Enterprise and we find out there's the bearded guy. What was his name again? I forgot his name.
Lieutenant Commander Argyle in this case.
The engineer, chief engineer. There's a new one now.
Yeah. I can't remember his name either.
His name's Logan.
Logan.
Yeah.
He comes up to the bridge and he's not very happy at all, is he?
Why are we still in orbit? We're taking a beating.
We've got to hold out as long as we can. Now, if we can disable our attacker, if only for a few seconds, we can drop our shields and beam the away team back aboard.
If we follow that plan, we'll lose the Enterprise. In view of the present crisis, I believe you should relinquish command to me.
No.
I outrank you.
Mr. Logan, I'm in command.
The captain did not anticipate the Enterprise would come under attack. If he had, would he have left the bridge to you?
If he had, he wouldn't have left the ship.
He actually outranks Geordi, isn't he? I think
He
he's a
does.
lieutenant, where Geordi is a lieutenant junior grade.
Okay.
I was like, I know Geordi gets promoted eventually to chief engineer, so I wonder what rank he was then. He was a full lieutenant in season 2, and by season 3 he's lieutenant commander, if you must know.
Yeah. So why does Picard put Geordi in charge then, if there's other people who outrank him?
Maybe it's to do with the,
Command experience.
maybe he knew that Logan was going to get fired at some point. Because he's fired the other chief engineers.
Geordi, we need to get out of here. Well, excuse me, but you're not in any other episodes. And I am.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not a recurring character.
Yeah,
so
I'm getting paid more than you doing this show.
Get off my bridge.
Yeah, and I think back on the planet, I can't remember.
No, going back to the bridge.
Oh, yeah, go on. Yeah.
Deanna's just sitting there staring at Geordi. She's not saying anything. When Logan and him are having that argument, that disagreement,
Yeah.
Deanna's just, it looks like Deanna wants to say, Geordi, what are you doing? You need to make some good decisions here.
Yeah, yeah.
But until that, she's just sitting there staring at him.
But that chief engineer had some kind of, he had a bit of arrogance to him, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was a bit arrogant, like the way he talked to Geordi. Yeah, back on the planet, Data's worked out that weapon turns up nearly every 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And the third weapon that turns up, this is where the scene you're talking about with the phasers are all over the place.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So they need 3 phasers. So one's hitting it, I think they're trying to pin it. I mean, it could have gone up or down.
It's true.
But they were just
Doesn't
working
seem
on
to
it
do that.
horizontally. So then I think this is when back on the ship they pinned down this pattern of the weapon, and then
but they still failed to hit it.
Yeah, exactly. Because Wolf is really annoyed.
There he is.
Ah, we missed.
Traces of photons firing. We missed.
And Logan said we can't keep the power levels. So Geordi asked him to come to the bridge, and then I thought this was a funny bit when Geordi said he's now in command, and then you see Logan's face, and he's like really satisfied and happy, but then he doesn't finish his sentence, and he says, "Of the saucer section," and then has a go at him, going, "What? We're leaving them? We're leaving them?"
Oh yeah.
It's like, well, you're just criticising me for everything I do.
We're getting out of here. Lieutenant Solis, set course 315 Mark 007.
Course set. You are leaving them on the planet.
Speed warp 5.
Warp 5. Aye.
Mr. Logan, had we stayed, we would have been destroyed. There are over 1,000 people on this ship. I have a responsibility to them.
What about your responsibilities to Captain Picard and the members of the away team?
I have a responsibility to them as well. Mr. Logan, you are going to take command of the saucer section.
Logan, you're the one who said, let's get out of here. And now we're getting out of here. You're like,
You're
leaving them. What?
No, you're taking the saucer section.
Don't crash it into a planet.
Yeah. And then we get these minor characters, Solus and is it Tasu? Those two at the front of the bridge.
Oh.
They get a bit more action in the episode.
Yeah.
And we'll never see them again.
No.
They often didn't make that much of an impact. Troy gives Geordi some advice, tries to encourage Geordi to help them because they lack battle experience. And Troy asks them to show a bit of confidence in them. So this is the second time we see the ship separate out of 3 times in the entire 7 years.
Is it really?
Yeah.
They did it once more.
They do it one more time. You know when that is.
Oh, yeah. Fighting the Borg.
Yeah. Best of both worlds. That's the last time in the series.
Why should they do it again? They should do it.
Budget. I don't know.
Times.
Well, they do it one more time
in the film.
Yeah, that's it. That's the last time. So they do it 4
That's a bit
times.
weird.
It's a bit like Voyager landing. They didn't land on the planet often, did they?
Yeah.
So the ship separates. We'll just use the same special effects from the pilot.
Might as well.
Yeah. And then we go back to Picard and Beverly and find out about the roots. Yeah.
Bitter.
No spitting, it's disgusting. Yeah. We find out about Beverly's roots as well. Like, why she got into medicine and stuff like that. And she didn't know Picard was part of the colony that she was part of. We don't know what exactly happened. It's a tragedy. And there was a nice little bit where Picard said, there seems to be a few things I don't know about you. And you see Beverly say, yes, there's quite a bit or something. So you know that you can see there's some kind of interest she has. Quite a few, she says. And this is when Picard comes across the computer with the AI weapons salesman.
He's great.
And
he's the best part of the whole episode.
He's in other things. What else is he in? I recognise his face, though.
Yeah.
He's in some films.
Must be. He's one of those little minor characters that you recognise, but even though you don't know where you've seen him before.
Yeah. I feel like he's in like one of those... I feel like he's in an Arnold Schwarzenegger film or something. But yeah.
But he's fun, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good.
His character. Now we get to see the final stage where it kills everyone. It's less exciting. Here's a good question.
Go on.
So this weapons device, which we never hear of again, ever.
No.
For some reason. Even though it can destroy this material that
I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Titanium or whatever it was. Yeah.
So anyway, this is like a highly developed AI program that continues to adapt to the enemy.
Yeah.
What happens if it goes up against the Borg,
Ah, that's a good question.
where both sides adapt?
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to see that.
Yeah. It'd be like the longest episode of Star Trek.
One side adapts, the other side dies. Next fight, the other side is adapted, and the other side is blown up.
Just leave him to it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
that'd be a great match to see. And the fact that Picard has bought this program, okay, so did it recognise any payment? How did it pay? Because you're not just going to say, oh yeah, you can buy it, I'm going to stop the program, but actually there hasn't been any payment made.
yeah. Maybe in a real personal takeover after the demonstration.
There's no one there.
And there's no one there.
All dead.
The AI that's not aware of that, are they? Not even aware.
And is this weapon? Is that the why everyone's dead on the planet? Is because this weapon program has killed everyone?
Yes, it is, because I think we find out that the people who invented this technology there was a civil war. They talk about it in the beginning of the episode. There was some kind of civil war. Okay. And they sold the weapon to each side. So they basically annihilated each other.
Smart. Smart people.
Yeah. So eventually, they find, I don't know how they found Picard and Crusher, and Data jumps down to save them. He jumps down 11. We find out that Data can travel at least 11.75 meters down
safely,
and we see that graphic, as I mentioned earlier, moving around the away team, whilst the fourth and final weapon is coming towards them. This is when Picard said, yes, end of the demonstration. But this is where the bit I don't get. It disappears or it stops.
Yeah.
On the planet below.
Yeah.
And like, okay, should we all happy? It should be all happy now. But
yeah, I think you've got the same thought as me.
Yeah. Why is it still continuing up in space?
Exactly, yeah, that's what I thought. That's exactly.
Can't beam you up.
That should have ended as well, in space.
I wonder if they edited the episode the wrong way around or something. And they go to the planet's atmosphere. And then they blow it up, and then they beam the crew up. And then they kind of like, let's just leave this planet. Let's not put a warning out to anyone.
No. Well, they own it now, don't they? They bought the program.
I guess so. Yeah, like you said. Actually, how did the whole thing start? I mean, think about it. No one asked for a demonstration.
No, it's true.
Yeah, this episode, for me, I thought it's one of the better ones for me.
Yeah, it was a fun episode.
It's just fun to watch, wasn't it? You know, it had the action, it had like the dynamics, the characters. It had a bit of cheesiness to it as well. Bad sets, you know,
that's brilliant
on the planet below. But I like the fact, you know, the tension with Geordi and that engineer. I thought it was quite good seeing that, and Geordi taking command.
I like the humour.
Yeah. So it was a good fun episode to watch.
It was.
We'll move on to our next episode, which we'll review in our next episode, which is Symbiosis.
Symbiosis. Speak to you again soon.
Kapla.